You have just arrived, as above, two lists below. I'm your host, Miss V, and thank you for stopping in on my channel within your universe. Welcome. Today topic I want to talk about has a lot to do with relationships, and that's one of how to get over a toxic relationship. All of us should be experts at this, okay? Um, Pretty much everybody should have a channel when it comes to relationships. Hint, hint, hint. Okay, so what I want to do first of all, before I start talking about that and this and that and this, I want to do a breathing technique. Okay, I've been slacking quite lately or whatever because I've been doing a lot without sitting down and breathing, but it catches me before I meditate because you gotta, get into some kind of balance when it comes to your mind state, right? So I have to do it. But like I said in my other previous videos, I would like to incorporate that because I feel it's very important. Why? Is because our future could possibly include a lot of breathing therapy and people requesting machines or whatever because these masks or whatever. And also on the flip side, it can help us to think better. I will be reading from a paper, y'all. Spirit don't like me, go here, there, and there. But I will. Okay. So they told me. Okay. So the positive note is it helps us to think better. Be witty when we hear something. Okay. Our responses are very quick. We're able to breathe stronger, escape anxiety. Okay. Being able to ground ourselves in a lot of our decision making or whatever. Okay. Help us to relax better, quicker responses, like I said, have more energy and remain in a higher state of mind. Okay. What else? Number one is because it's your life force, right? And if you're not breathing, you're not here, right? So I believe that that's very important at this time or whatever, okay? Because with these masses and everything, you want to in your spare time to practice, your essential life force whenever you can, okay? Because when you go out here in public and if you have a busy life, you probably not thinking to sit down and do deep breaths or whatever it may be. So it's a good one. All right. So if you like my content, please like, comment, subscribe. I wouldn't say share because who really shares a YouTube video? Nobody. Okay. So but thank you anyway. All right. So here we go with the breathing. If you don't like this, I think it might take me about 2 minutes. Okay, rewind 2 minutes if you care. If you don't care. Okay. So I want to go 4 times. Okay, breathing in and out. Each time that you breathe in and out, please make sure that you when you breathe in. Okay, now I learned this from S. Alim Bey. Okay, he's a historic teacher on YouTube, okay? And I know y'all probably heard him. If not, anyway, he teaches how to breathe in, but take all the way in even more, so that way when you breathe out or when you breathe back in, it's more wholesome. You get what I'm saying? And it does work, okay? So here we go. So like I said, when you breathe in, kind of like force it a little bit, breathe a little bit more, and then breathe all the way out. And when you breathe all the way out, and when you think you got it out, just try to push just a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think I did 4. As y'all can see on that first one, I almost choked myself or whatever. Maybe that's how I know I need to practice more, okay? But anyway, it's you better be breathing out here, cause breathe. That's all I can say. Okay. So what I want to start this off after this breathing I have done, and I hope everyone is well aligned with what's going on. Okay. Um, let me get my notes together. All right. So how to get over a toxic relationship. Number 1, try not to get in one. Alright, that's the end of my video. I'm gonna go. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, try not to get in a toxic relationship. Learn before just jumping into something. Even as a young female or young man, if you're listening to this video, try not to jump into a relationship without having all the facts, okay? You're not going to operate the same as auntie, uncle, cousin, friend, or whatever may be in the relationship. So you should know totally who you are, what you are capable of, that person. That it's just facts that you should know before you jump in these relationships. So be responsible, okay, at all times with yourself and who you're involved with. Plain and simple, okay? All right. In the other video that I have done called The One is kind of tied into this also, okay? So if you have not seen that video, please go back and look at that, please. I believe in to get out of a toxic relationship, how to heal from it is to, this is just me personally, I believe in immediate focus. Okay, I've learned how to master my emotions and my feelings to the fact that I don't struggle with them anymore. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like, they struggle with me, all right, trying to be expressed through me. And it's hard for me to do that when I don't feel the reason is genuine, okay? But that's just me, all right? But that's what a God can do, okay? So I believe in like immediate focus, all right? Get your shit in check. Get your mind in check. Get your emotions in check. Get whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, about yourself. Come back to one. In my other videos, I told you about living in your third eye. You know what I'm saying? Coming back and having that third eye vision, all right? And first of all, second of all, third of all, get the lesson, all right? It's the main reason for the event is the lesson, all right? Realize where you live. Realize where you exist at. It's on 3D learning earth. This is not, you're not here for what the Matrix told you that this is all about. You're not here for that. You're here for a totally enormous, more unique reason, and you must find that out, okay? So the 3D Matrix form of living that we have been given is just a catalyst to what's really supposed to be happening in your life, or what goes on, you know what I'm saying, as us in a whole, a unity. Get what I'm saying? So make sure you get the lesson. That's the thing. Don't ever go through anything or sign up for anything or whatever you're not willing to get the lesson. This is what this earth is about, okay? We're here to learn the lessons so that we can get higher consciousness on this 3D, so that way the lessons are learned, okay? So whether that be any relationship that you're in, family, friends, lovers, whatever it may be, there's a lesson. I don't care what it is. It can be a relationship with a car. It can be a relationship with a house. There's the lessons, all right? We are in the age of Aquarius where every man is accountable for themselves, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Okay? Now, I understand there are children out here. There are people who are not in control of themselves mentally or whatever it may be. But we have proper sense to understand who is required at what time or what state of mind, okay? So don't get me wrong when I state about everyone or whatever it may be. I see a lot of people make videos about what somebody what some retrograde. I know y'all heard about that. When retrograde your mouth, let me calm down. I know we heard a lot of stories and examples of what people should do in relationships or anything like that, but there are age ranges on all types of things that, you know what I'm saying, are able for people to do, you know what I'm saying, because they're just not allowed to. All right, so we must have the understanding, you know, or understanding about that also. So I'm not talking to anyone who can't do this or whatever it may be, but I'm definitely talking to those who know that their life is not just a happenstance. You get what I'm saying? You know, you're here for a reason. You know what's going on. All right, I'm talking to people who have pretty much watched their own lives. All right, what you call them, star seeds, whatever you want to call you whatever. You don't really have a name. You just are who you are. All right. So we are in the age of Aquarius, where every man is accountable for themselves. Okay, your emotional state of mind, your mental state of mind, your physical state of mind, it's all your state of mind. Okay, it's all your responsibility. All right. So when you're in a relationship, one thing I tell people is you have to admit, you know what I'm saying, when you've seen the warning signs, when you've seen the red flags, you know what I'm saying. Us as loving beings, us as people who want to see the best in everyone, we ignore what's right in our face. So when you do that, it's kind of like warning comes for destruction. You're going to get whatever comes on the other side. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, heed to what you see or what you know, feel. You get what I'm saying? So by all means, please, any video that I make, I come from a standpoint of someone taking responsibility. This ain't all about, oh, he did this or she did this. What did you do? This is the standpoint I'm coming from. The one, you. What did you do? What you didn't do? What you didn't see? You know, what you didn't make happen. What you did make happen. You get what I'm saying? So please understand my standpoint. All right? This ain't about emotions. This ain't about the old world. This is the new world now. And I teach in the new world. All right? All right, so one thing is, I say you have to take responsibility, and that means that you have to know your part of what you did in this relationship or this situation to make it be this way. All right, now we have to understand what we share in others' lives, that we come 100%. Whether you think you holding something back or not, you really not, because the other person can feel what you don't allow out, you know what I'm saying, what you don't say. All right, so therefore, please don't think that you're hiding from anyone when it comes to these emotions and these feelings, or things that you think that, you know, you are putting, you know, shade over somebody's eyes or blinding them. All right, this is the how we come up with the conclusions to separate or to discontinue relationships, because not only do we see things, but we feel things, you know what I'm saying, that are not said. You know what I'm saying? The age of Aquarius is air. All right, so in this day of time, you should understand where you have, you know, accumulated, you know what I'm saying, these not so favorable relationships with people, and know that it's just on you. You know what I'm saying? So I do talk in my other video about coming back to one, the 0 point. All right. Now, you know about the Kabbalah. You got to understand about the Kabbalah. You got to understand about as above, so below. That these things that are going on is basically to heal us from outside in. Okay? And what we internalize with these things that we see on the outside of us from inside out, we're supposed to get the lesson, basically, to mature, to wake up in that area, okay, in these bursts of circles that's in our lives. We're supposed to be able to at a point where we can turn our own wheel, that we are not at the will of someone else. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to calling yourself woke, or, you know what I'm saying, just pretty much anything that's not of this world anymore, then you have to also understand about taking responsibility for yourself, and not only taking responsibility but teaching others also. Okay, that's what we're here for. All right, so you come back to one, to the 0 point, and you observe life, okay, out of the labels, out of the acting of the mother, the father, the sister, the cousin, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, you know what I'm saying, whatever label at that time that you have with that person. You have to, as the observer, come out of that label and be nothing but the watcher, the observer. Okay, and we have to observe our lives from a 3D viewpoint, or a third eye. Okay, and so when we look back on our own relationship as a 3D, okay, 3D, in third party, what I'm trying to say is, it's like you and that person standing there, but it's another part of you that can look back on the conversation, look back at you and look at you. You know what I'm saying? See your actions, your words that you chose, or you know what I'm saying, the energy that you put out. And then you're able to, with that point of view, you know what I'm saying, see how you pretty much added in this situation, whether good or bad. All right. Now, everyone should be able to do this. All right. If not, then practice. All right. If people need help, I will help you learn how to do this. But this is you are God, and that's what you, one of the abilities you can do. Okay. So psychologists get paid to observe your life, which is your job. All right. You can be your own psychotherapist. All right. Basically, pretty much, psychology is basically seeing how one acts or interacts in human interactions or unity, you know what I'm saying, or evolve or whatever, however it goes. And upon that, you can see that on your own self. You don't need to pay somebody, you know what I'm saying, thousands of dollars for you just to sit somewhere, close your eyes, you know what I'm saying, shut your eyes, sit there and look at your own situation. Play back. We have memory so that you can play back certain scenarios in your mind so that you can see, you know what I'm saying, how it went. You know what I'm saying? And we have the ability to, you know, picture or visualize a situation before it even happens in order to assure that the situation will go our way. This is the ability we have as a God. Okay? So one thing about it, before I want to go on to, I want to say, when something happen in your relationships, something goes wrong, there ain't nothing wrong with you. There ain't nothing wrong with that person. Okay? Like I said, you got to understand where you live. You got to understand where you exist at. What this third 3D low vibration is all about. Lessons. Okay? I don't think that anything here can be outside of you, can go on for too long and be too happy and too joyful for too long. It's all temporary. All of it has to exist eternally within you. Joy, happiness. These are state of beings. Instead of labels of mother, daddy, sister, cousin, and all this type of shit, maybe you should be a label of happy, joyous, hell, I don't know, whatever else attached to it to help lift your vibration up. You know what I'm saying? That you live this continuously every day. That is not a mood stabilizer, all right? That this is something that you don't believe no more, but you know. We're not in the age of Pisces anymore. We're in the age of Aquarius, okay? That what you believe now, you must know and live, be, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So these circumstances are supposed to happen just the way they did. You know what I'm saying? Why? It's because this is this planet's Earth vibration, okay? It teaches us so that we can learn, okay? So that you can teach others, as above, so below. Or what I say, what I say, within as within, so without. You know what I'm saying? So you go through something on your outside, it teaches you within. You get what I'm saying? You internalize it, you teach that back out into the world. It's just the way it go, the circle of life, okay? So this planet it teaches you how to pretty much love yourself. That is the main purpose of what is going on. It teaches you how to love yourself, okay? Why? Because of your purpose, all right? Our life contracts, and everybody has a contract. We don't know about your contract. You need to learn your contract, whatever that entails, okay? Whatever we have signed up to do here, with whoever we signed up to do it with, to learn, okay, and to ascend up, okay, is the reason. All right. You're supposed to go through what you're going through with that person or whatever it may be, because they have the perfect alignment, the perfect things that you need in order to shine a mirror on you so that you can observe yourself. All right. Now, we have been taught that it's somebody else's fault when it's not somebody else's fault. So therefore, you always stem from looking outside yourself, trying to find the reason or blame something outside yourself. We're not in that age anymore. You have to take responsibility for yourself. If you're not healthy, if you're not mentally stable, then you shouldn't be in a relationship, okay? Now, the point is, the reason why the earth has no love is because we love. That means that you're supposed to be giving, all right? And when you give, all things will be added to you. You don't have to worry about equal give and take. You don't have to worry about none of that. Energy that you push out in the world is what you give back. What you give back. You give out love, that's what you get. You give it out abundantly, you get it back abundantly. You give it out 2 cents, you get it back 2 cents. That's the way it is. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, our purpose will not let us sit in low thought patterns or traditional ways of living. Okay, your purpose of who you is, okay, supposed to help you go through the low so you can get back the high. If you are a person who's supposed to you have this royal lineage, right? And in this royal lineage, it entails that you accept nothing lower than who you are as a person. This lower vibration is teaching us how to come back up as the God that we are. Okay? Gods don't exist in 3D lower vibration happily, comfortably. We don't do that. So this existence is teaching us the things that we need in order to rise back up as that God being that we are. Okay? Now it teaches us from inside. It teaches us from inside out. All right? That's what's supposed to happen. But if you fail to observe your own situation, then therefore you always remain outside of your own purpose, outside of your own evolution, right? All right. So breakups indicate that you should let something in or something has to end. That's what a breakup is, all right? A breakup is to start over again, start again, okay? Because something is out of disalignment, as within, so without. That's what I wrote it at on the second page, okay? So that we can plant a seed of inner alignment with what we truly need and deserve from someone else, okay? In order to get that from someone else, you have to be that, okay? Because remember, we're matching each other. We're aligning with each other, okay? So if there's discord of any way, no, of course, it won't come together. And how you know it won't? Because how you feel, okay? Our outer manifestations warn us of inner Okay, well, let me get that right. Our outer manifestations warn us of inner magnifications. Did I get that right? Retrograde, you ain't gonna lick me. Okay. Okay, so magnifications, did I say that right? Is about like a magnifying glass. It kind of like blows up from the manifestation on the outside, okay? What you have already manifested, already happening right in front of you. It mirrors back a reflection to you if it's in alignment or not in alignment, okay? So therefore, as the observer, you take what you see and internalize it. You get what I'm saying? And you reflect back that which you internalize, all right? That is our job here. You cannot stop the lessons. You cannot stop going through. You cannot stop none of this. You're here. You're in it. You can't do nothing about it but kill yourself. And I'll be damned if you do that. Don't do that. All right? You're too precious for that. I need you. But basically what I'm saying is you have to make sure that you are paying attention and observing your own life, your own psychotherapist. You get what I'm saying? So as you can see throughout my whole talking, I said less about emotions and about these feelings, all right? We're in the age of Aquarius where you can take them and control your own emotions and feelings. Stop being so emotionally driven about something. You know what I'm saying? Now, being a twin flame, star seed, whatever it is that we are of this higher consciousness or whatever it may be, I don't care who you are. You can have higher consciousness. I don't care. But what it is that the feelings and emotions that you have to control them so that way you make better decisions. You get what I'm saying? You get better relationships, all right? You make better choices, all that type of shit. I said that already, right? But whatever it is better. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, the whole collective comes at an understanding of you don't do shit unless you're ready to get the repercussions of it. Then there's no karma. People will be doing things because they feel like that's the right thing to do, whether the next person agrees with it or not. That's not what we're here for, okay? We're here to do the right thing out of purpose, all right? In alignment, all right? So, like I said, what manifests on the outside manifests what is on the inside of us, okay? enlarges our discourse, like our childhood wounds and shit that you just grew up past and you didn't heal. You know what I'm saying? So other people come in our lives to magnify that so that you can go back and heal that. If you don't, you end up in life just repeating the same cycles and circles to your life until you die. Plain and simple. Okay, so it helps us also heal and get past those low practices in relationships that we carried on in our families. Watching our aunties and uncles and mothers and dads and all that stuff, what they had, how they perform in relationships. You know what I'm saying? It helps you to observe and to look at things at a higher scope, so that you can pretty much go in there, you know what I'm saying, mentally, and fix those discords. All right, so that way, you know what I'm saying, your thinking flows. All right, and your seed, you know what I'm saying, once you fix yourself, the seed that you have, the child that you have, also is in alignment also. Okay, because just don't think your physical attributes goes to your child. Your mental attributes also goes to your child. Okay, so anyway, so those low practices in relationships we carry through families, beliefs that we take on to protect ourselves going forward in relationships. You know, those beliefs where we say, well, we ain't gonna open up, next time we get in relationships, or we ain't gonna tell so much about ourselves, or we not gonna cook and clean, or we not gonna whatever it may be. All those things are outcasts when it comes to the new world in relationships. The new world relationships is you do your shit and I do mine. Now, don't get me wrong. When two people, whether you twin flames, divine masculine, divine feminine, two regular soulmates, any relationships, if you call yourself in a relationship, okay, that pleasure thing comes to of pleasing each other. One thing about it, you have to understand, can't nobody please you the way you can please yourself. We come in common grounds. Once we know ourselves, we will know how to let that person know what we want and what we don't want. What's our perception of love? My perception of love is not your perception of love. So therefore, you know what I'm saying, I could tell you, you know what I'm saying, I like to go and watch movies on Fridays. You know what I'm saying? I like to drink wine. I like to be, elegant. I like to dress up. Or your love is I don't know what people call it, but you don't know unless you ask somebody. This is what I'm saying. We too busy getting into relationships without verbally talking out these contracts that we are getting into, that we end up forcefully going through some things that we shouldn't have. That's what I'm saying. Okay? So anyway, greater is the God manifested in us than the God manifested into the world. Seeing relationships of any kind in a healthy way will help to manifest back out a more productive society, socialism, whatever it may be. Because everyone works on themselves individually, will, as we come out in a collective, the mind state of change of that collective, and therefore flow comes. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so yeah, change everything concerning social and interactions. All right. All right, so here he is. I lost place. All right. Here we go. So what we have to do is notice the repeated cycles that we invite someone into our lives, okay, before we heal. We have to heal those things so that we don't bring this person into our lives and have them go through the same thing for us to turn around and say they did it. Or I keep meeting this same person. No, nigga, girl, or whoever you is. Excuse my language, I ain't mean to say that. I'm hood. But it's not them, it's you. You know, my father told me one time, he said, if you be with 100 men and they all break up, you all break up with them, things don't go right, who is really to blame? He said you, because you the one just been through 100 people. So therefore, you the one to blame, which makes a lot of sense. I can't say 100 people don't know how to love me, 100 people don't know me. That is not true. Not true at all. All right? Thanks, Dad. Okay, so it's basically pulling back away from the 3D understanding, okay? From the emotional discourse, all right? From the things that you didn't heal with, or repeated cycles on the boats and trains that you keep going in and going down and riding or whatever may be, leading you nowhere, all right? And be able to disconnect from the immediately. What I like to do is, once I'm going through something, and it don't sit well with me, okay? I've learned to control my emotions to the fact that I know that I've been through a relationship before. If I choose to be in one, if it does not go right, I know how to distract myself from it mentally, meaning then I know how to stop the thoughts, the chattering in my mind. You get what I'm saying? And stick with facts. You get what I'm saying? So, what happens is it pulls away from the low, okay, and it does not serve our highest good. So therefore, it's not something that I want to be a part of me. It's not something that I want to keep on doing, okay? If I don't control this energy, this feeling that I am that comes after this breakup or this broken heartedness, then therefore it will keep playing back in my mind until I go insane, and I don't want that. Okay, and then it starts to play over also in other people's lives, because what's in you comes out of you. Okay, what's in a man's heart comes out of his mouth. So therefore, everyone can tell then that you in some kind of discord. All right, and therefore, as a God, you cannot allow someone to take you off of your plantation, off of your groundedness. Therefore, you must know who you are before you get into these relationships, because you want to be and are going to be the same person out of the relationship when it's over. You get what I'm saying? You better internalize and notice yourself. We should know when we are out of alignment. We feel fucked up, right? All right? You confused? It don't feel good. So as a God, control that. Stop going on autopilot. Control that, okay? As above, so below. Get that spiritual, that groundedness that you need, that's high knowledge, high consciousness, so that when you operate down here with 3D different situations, it flows better. You get what I'm saying? Because you have a higher understanding of what's going on. Okay, healthy means someone who is well and is not suffering from any illness in or have a sound mind. All right, if you're suffering from anything, from past things, from father disconnection, from mother disconnection, from family treating you wrong, from other relationships or whatever it may be, no, you are not healthy enough to be in a relationship going forward. The relationship you should be with someone who can help you. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, taking control of yourself in this age of Aquarius is what is the end all be all. It's plain. It's written. It's plain. All right, we wouldn't be in this if we weren't supposed to go through this and conquer this. All right, you are a God. That's what you do. All right, so sound mind means a state of a man's mind in which is adequate to reason and comes to a judgment upon ordinary subjects. All right, meaning that you should be able to function when someone. You should be, put it like this. Excuse me, y'all. Being the observer, you also can put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Would you want to be with somebody who was like you if you wasn't healed, if you had some mental illness? Would you want to be with someone who puts their hands on someone else for a verbal conversation solution? Would you want to be with someone who lies not only to you but to themselves? Would you want to be with someone who does not have all of the things to make a hot apple pie? No, you don't. So why would you accept that someone else wants to do that if you don't want to do that with someone else? Get what I'm saying? As an observer, stand back, look at the situation for what it's worth. You get what I'm saying? With facts and logic. Keep the emotions and the feelings in the back pocket until someone comes with some love, and then you just come all out with it. That's what it's used for. Emotions and feelings are supposed to be operated in love. Other than that, they're just your navigation system to navigate yourself through these situations and lessons to come back on the other side much bigger, stronger, and higher consciousness. All right? So anyway, Second Timothy 1:7 for my Bible people. All right, it say, for God has given us the spirit not to fear, but of power, love, and self-control. So you as a God was already given the power that you need. Okay, so anything outside of us, outside of the gift that we already have, will cause conflict in our relationships. So you've been given a gift of sound mind, spirit, all right, of non-fear, power, love, and self-control. Do you think any relationship that's lower than that is going to embrace you? It's not. You're going to feel out of alignment. You get what I'm saying? So therefore, make sure that all your relationships are on a vibration of either where you're at. Well, that won't make no damn sense, would it? Because people be fucked up with it. But what I'm saying is, heal. Make sure that you good for someone like you want somebody good for you. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't be trying to throw your stuff all in somebody's face and you ain't together. All right? Now, I do know my Discord. I will separate from a relationship quick. You know what I'm saying? And upon, you know what I'm saying, I have to be forgiven for a lot of ways in my past that I have separated relationships. But I'm learning, and that's what I'm here for. All right? I reflected from the last relationships, and I'm giving it back like I'm supposed to, my purpose. Okay? Everything is a purpose. Everything is for you to teach something. I don't care what you go through. If you learn not to walk across the bed and you stump your toe early in the morning, tell somebody what not to do. Everything is a teacher student relationship. It's just like that. All right? So I ain't gonna make this too long, but I just want to remind y'all we is in the age of Aquarius, which states you know the way. Through your contract, through your blueprint, you know the way, okay? The point within us is God's spirit. That point that you need to come back to within yourself, okay? That point that you need to come when shit just getting you from all around. You come back to that point that is you. You are the point. You are the omniscient little bitty seed, okay? That's really big, but you that little bitty seed, okay? That can come back to there and start a whole new vibration around you, a whole new covering around you. Okay, you can start over from new. You don't have to continue to go down the roads that you are going through. Come back to one, to that God being, that God. Remember when you first fell in love with God, or first fell in love with just God? All right, that's what I'm talking about. That kind when somebody can just say somebody's goodness or her goodness or whatever it may be, and you just fall all over praising them and all that type of stuff. People didn't give you a reason. Your reason was just because of love, just because of joy, just because of mercy, just because of grace. You get what I'm saying? This is the point that we have to come back to. Not take the lessons and bring them into us and change us, but we must change the lesson. You get changed because of the lesson, okay? No, did I say that right? Y'all get it. Anyway, the design for a relationship is purpose. Our partner is supposed to be one with us. Not all of us, I guess. Just those of us who have relationship problems, right? Like not being able to find the right one, etc., right? So if you have a purpose this lifetime around, that partnership is also part of your contract. Okay? Loving yourself is the alignment expected to unite that love. As above, you are required to heal and ascend. Okay? Below. Until then, this alignment will continue. You will continue and continue to get these disalignment relationships. Okay? So basically, what I just want y'all to understand what age that we are in, okay? We're age of Aquarius, where, you know what I'm saying, the breakup or whatever it is, always indication that something needs to end within both of y'all, okay? Because one does not carry the relationship all by themselves, all right? And if it does, spirit allows it to end. That's what the breakup is for. But make sure that you know about the Kabbalah. Make sure you know about the 7 spirits. Make sure you know about your chakras. Make sure you know about you. You get what I'm saying? Because it plays a major role in your moving forward when it comes to other people. All right? People is connected to the relationship, that house, that car. You have to get in alignment. And you can do this. I'm not speaking to people who can't. I'm speaking to people who know they need to do this. All right? So let me get off here, and I thank y'all for watching. Oh, I got a closing. Hold on. All right. Like I said, if you like the content on here, please like the video and comment down below. All right. Does not matter what you do not know in this life. Your job is to relay the baton and tell what you do. Period. We are all connected. No race, no color, one mind, and one God. This, maybe. Thank y'all. Stepping in my little universe for a minute. Love y'all. Ashe.